Welcome to another Reddit Am I the AITA story. He penetrated me in heat of the moment when I wanted to wait for marriage. My BF, who is 28 and I am 26, we went on a date, we had a great time. Then we parked in a park and were cuddling for 2 hours or so. When we were in the car, I was sitting in the driver's seat and my BF was in the passenger seat. I moved underneath his seat and he was on top of me. We were kissing and making out, and he was fingering me while we looked into each other's eyes. It was very sexually charged. I said things like, "I need you," or even, "I need that dig." At some point, he took his penis out, pulled his pants down, and began grinding his pelvis against mine. I moved him away from my pussy, but he continued fingering me. His dick was pointing downward and still touching me lightly, which felt okay. He reassured me, saying, "It's okay, it's just my finger," because I had grabbed him and I responded, "It's just my finger." I trusted him and let it continue, feeling good and moaning, relaxed in the moment. At some point, he raised both his hands. I realized he had penetrated me with his penis. It didn't hurt, and I couldn't tell it was even his dick because I was really aroused. He made a few strokes before I told him to stop, saying it wasn't okay. He paused and said something like, "It's okay, I won't come, I'll pull out." He wasn't wearing a condom. He tried moving into me again, and I told him to stop once more. That's when he stopped and pulled out. I sat there for a moment, stunned, trying to process what had just happened. He helped me put my underwear and pants back on. I got into the driver's seat feeling blank for a moment, maybe a minute. I started my car to warm it up because it was cold and searched for the location where he wanted me to drop him off. I think that's when he realized what he had done was wrong. He repeatedly said my name and admitted I messed up, asking me to look at him. At first, I couldn't make eye contact, but eventually I said, "It's okay," and he responded, "No, it's not okay." I was about to drive, but he asked me to wait because the car was foggy. I held my head in my hands for a few minutes processing everything. He then said, "It's okay, I'll just walk home." I said, "No, it's okay," and drove him to a corner near his house. He said, "Drive safe, thank you for driving me around, and text me when you get home." I nodded, said goodbye without looking at him, and he left. I sat in the car for a few minutes, just processing everything. I was extremely confused, trying to understand what had just happened. About 15 to 20 minutes later, he sent me a message saying, "I was an ass today. I disrespected you when I should have listened to you. I can't be a good partner if I can't respect you. It was a real low point, and I'm really sorry. Take your time if you need, but I'm here for you." It's also important to note that my boyfriend and I first became sexual back in August. We were naked and did everything except penetration because I had told him I wanted to wait until marriage for that. Even though he really wanted to have sex back then, he had a condom and I didn't want to, so we didn't. Since then, we've been able to be sexual without this kind of boundary being crossed. This time, in December, it happened, which doesn't excuse it, but it's part of our history. Me and him are extremely sexually compatible and have a pretty healthy relationship. I really crave sex with him, but due to my religious upbringing, I didn't want to have sex before marriage. He treats me well and is very caring to my feelings and others. We are very much in love and want to get married. He really wants to make me his wife, but due to his current financial situation, we're waiting to tell our parents. With even all of this context, I still don't know how to fully process what happened. How to move past this. It's the second day and I don't hate him, I just feel like he messed up bad. So tell me guys, am I the AITA? What would you do in this situation? Comment below.